Good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alyssa if you were new. If you're wondering, Alyssa, you live in South Florida, why are you wearing a puffer vest? That's because it's freezing today, but I'm about to run inside to grab some breakfast and then we're gonna chat about it. I just went and grabbed this place called Jeff's Bagel Run. I have been wanting to try it. It's this chain bagel place, but I've been hearing such great things about it. I also grabbed a coffee. They have their cute holiday cups, which I am always here for. I got a honey pistachio latte, which sounds so good. Also smells really good. I am gonna give it a second to try. But I got their bagel of the day, which was jalapeno pepper jack. And I got Jacob a garlic one. And they ask if you want it sliced or not. And then they only do bagels with spread, so like cream cheese or butter. And so honestly, it's kind of nice because it makes it go by quickly since they're not taking the time to make bagel sandwiches or anything. So I'm excited. It's kind of like pop-up bagels, I guess, where you can break them apart and dip them in the spread. But I got veggie cream cheese for both of them, actually. So I am excited to try it. I honestly feel like I have to dig in the car. It's been a little bit since I have vlogged. You guys probably haven't noticed or can't tell, but I'm like, how do I talk to the camera? It's been maybe like 10 days. I am gonna sit down and chat all about that. I am wearing this headband because I think it's cute. Honestly, today it's really working in my favor because it is a chilly day in South Florida. I get so many spam calls. Feels like 46 degrees right now in Florida, so this is also keeping my ears pretty warm. But I got a surgery recently that I'm going to talk about all in this video a little bit later, but that's why I'm wearing the headband. But it is also cute and, like I said, pretty functional for today. And then I've got my layers on. I kind of secretly love a day in Florida where it gets pretty cold, but it's like, it's cold. How many times am I going to say that in this video? Probably a lot, but yeah, I should have broken out the Uggs. I didn't. I am just wearing some sneakers. I'll show you guys the outfit when I get back home. But let's dig into this bagel. I'm excited to try it. They have these little kind of like individual things of spread. I'm trying to guess which one is mine. Let's see. Nope. That's the garlic. Jacob has something for work, so he's actually not going to be able to have his until tomorrow, but I'm sure it'll still be great then. It's nice and warm. I did not get mine sliced, so here's the, wow, that smells insane. Here is the jalapeno pepper jack. Wow. All right, I'm just going in without any spread first. I get the hype. It's pretty damn good. A bite with the spread. Jeff knows what he's doing. Sorry you have to watch me just eat, but I do need to finish this pizza. It's so good. Yum. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Really good. All right, let's try this latte. It's so good and so warm. It's good. Like I said, this is my first time coming here, but I do keep getting things on Instagram, so I've looked at their page before, and honestly, I was kind of hoping that they were going to have their, I guess, fall seasonal drinks. I think they literally just switched over to their winter seasonal drinks, but they maybe would have still had the fall ones, because I think like literally within the past like 2 days they switched. But in the fall they had a maple spice latte, which sounded really good. I do think I prefer, not that this is a super Christmassy drink, but I do feel like I prefer maple spice pumpkin kind of seasonal drinks more than I like the peppermint mochas and stuff like that. I do love a Starbucks peppermint white mocha. I just don't love mocha drinks. I don't love like the chocolatey flavor that much in my coffee, but this is pretty good. It's like a deep nutty kind of flavor, and then like the sweetness of the honey. So good. I have also just haven't had coffee today, or haven't been drinking much coffee just the past week or so after surgery and stuff, but yeah. Also, today is Veterans Day, so thank you to anybody who has served our country. You're all amazing. So I am off from work today. I thought I was gonna have some plans, but that did not happen, and I did not want to make any other plans. I'm honestly loving this little solo day I'm going to get to have. I'm going to a doctor's appointment later. I'm getting my stitches out. I am still, I don't know if you guys can tell, not really, but I kind of have like a big bump on my head still from where the bandage is on my head, but for the past week, today's Tuesday, last Tuesday I had the surgery, so all week I have had this bandage on my head, but today I go in a little bit later to get the stitches removed. I think I still might have some sort of bandage situation on, I really don't know, but yeah, we will see. I totally lost my train of thought and why I was even, I just like haven't been having coffee. I've been recovering, but I'm off today. The big thing on the agenda is getting these stitches removed, which I'm excited about. I'll like bring you guys along a little bit and give you updates afterward, but other than that, I think I'm going to head home. I didn't really sleep in, but I kind of stayed in bed for a little bit. It's 10:30 now. This place is kind of far, which I'm not mad about. They are opening one closer to us, but for now it's good that it's far away, because I feel like this could be dangerous. It's not super, the coffee was expensive. The bagel is really not too bad. I think the bagel was like less than $3. It's probably like $5 for the bagel and the spread maybe, but I think the coffee was like $7. So I'm glad that this place isn't super close, but I did really want to make the drive out today, and I have no regrets. Great way to spend my day off, but I do think I'm going to head back home. I have a little bit of cleaning and just things that I want to get done around the house. Jacob's dad gets into town and will pretty much be here for the rest of the week, so that is kind of what's on our agenda for the week. So I want to make sure that the guest room and everything is ready. I also totally decorated for Christmas. It's the 11th, and kind of embarrassed, kind of not, to say that we have had Christmas stuff up since I think November 2nd, and honestly it was because of Jacob. He was the one that was pushing to put the Christmas tree up, and who am I to complain? I think we did it right around daylight savings, and he was like, if it's gonna be dark, I wanna have the Christmas tree up. So, like I said, can't argue with that logic. So we have had our Christmas stuff up for a bit. I will show you guys what the house is looking like. It's funny because we're also hosting Thanksgiving, so it's literally fall in the dining room and Christmas in the living room, but our living room and dining room are feet away from each other. So it's funny. I'll give you guys a look at the house later, but I'm going to probably enjoy a little bit more of this bagel before I head home. I've been yapping for way too long. I'm surprised my camera hasn't stopped on me yet. But I'll talk to you guys when I get home. Actually, as I said, I'm talking too much. I ordered this laptop case. I'm sorry, is this not the largest laptop case we've ever seen in our life? I think I just ordered like the default size on Amazon, being like, yeah, I'm sure that's gonna work for my laptop. Huge. So I'm going to actually stop at Whole Foods before I go home to make that return while I'm out. And then we'll get some stuff done at home before my appointment later. I'm back home. I'm pretty sure this vlog is just gonna be very chatty, so hopefully that's okay with you guys. I'm still bundled up inside here because it's freezing in here. We never have to use our heat. I think in the past 2.5 years that we've lived here, we've maybe tried to put our heat on once. And I don't know if this is normal or if it happens because we obviously don't use it, but I remember the last time it smelled kind of smoky. I think it was like the dust that collected on it or something. I don't really know, but I don't really feel like dealing or worrying about that right now. So we're just going to stay bundled. I'm sure once I get up and moving, I will get a little bit warmer. But sorry if you guys heard that. I think it's just really windy outside. The blinds were banging up against our screen out there, but I might throw something on the TV. I have watched more TV in the past week than I probably have in the past year. I took off the day of the surgery last week and then the day after, and then I was working from home Thursday and Friday of that week. So after work, I pretty much just got right into bed and was watching stuff. And I started off watching kind of like 2000s just rom-coms or different movies like that, just things I remember watching when I was younger. I watched Bridesmaids, I watched The Switch, I watched, what is that called? Life as We Know It. I remember my mom and I used to watch that all the time. Just movies like that. And then I had Gilmore Girls on for a little bit. I'm trying to think, I can't remember any of the TV shows that I watched, but then over the weekend I watched All Her Fault. My mom texted me about this on Saturday night. She was like, have you watched the show? And I was like, no, maybe I'll watch it tomorrow. I looked into it and we were watching the Florida State game and they were losing pretty badly, so I threw the show on and I was hooked. I ended up watching a few episodes on Saturday and then had some willpower and saved the rest of the episodes for Sunday, because if I binged it all at once, I probably would have been up until like 5 a.m. So I watched the rest of the episodes on Sunday and it is so good. I guess like trigger warning, it is about a child being kidnapped, but basically, spoiler alert, the child does get returned home safely, but it's really good. Like the best series that I've seen in a little bit. Just a lot of like twists and turns and things that you would not expect, and I just really liked it. I was texting one of my friends and hadn't answered her in a few hours and I was like, sorry, I'm hooked on this show. And she's like, what show? And I told her and she was like, girl, same. I watched all of the episodes today. I think it's 8 episodes, so give yourself 8 hours one day to watch this show because it is that good. It's very binge worthy. And now I'm like, what other shows can I keep watching? But yeah, it was really good. I recommend it. I think I said the name, All Her Fault, on Peacock. I'm sure by the time this video goes out though, you will have already seen it or just heard a lot about it, but it was really good. So I think I'm just going to maybe throw something on, and then in a little bit I will show you guys the Christmas tree that I am staring at and our little dining setup. I really don't feel like vacuuming and mopping and doing all of that stuff, but I feel like all house work does not take as long as you think. So I just put it off and I never want to do it, but it really doesn't take me that long. So I think I'm going to do that. Well, look at how cute and cozy the tree looks. I did film a little decorate for Christmas video with me. I don't know if that's gonna be up before after this, but that was another reason why I wasn't mad about setting up early, is because I was able to film that video without looking crazy. Not that I think I look crazy with the headband, but it was nice for the first few days after surgery not trying to cover it up, and I was just able to wear the bandage and kind of let it breathe or do its thing. So that is what the tree is looking like. I'll give you guys a little bit of a closer look, but this is what I mean when I say it is Thanksgiving in the dining room and Christmas in the living room. I was playing around with my little tablescape for Thanksgiving. We are hosting this year and I just think it looks really cute. I wanted to lay some stuff out and see if I needed to grab anything else, but I think we're good. I want to keep it pretty simple, but I love this tablecloth. In the decorate for Christmas video with me, I had a little centerpiece with some trees and was like not loving what it looked like for Christmas. So this is definitely giving me inspiration, and next year for Christmas I 100% need to get a tablecloth and decorate like this, just Christmassy, because I think that it's so cute. But literally everything that you see on this table is either from Target or the Dollar Tree, so I can try and have some of it linked down below, but once again, it's from both of those places. Literally probably under 60 bucks maybe for everything. I got this tablecloth on sale recently. I think it was $14.99. These chargers are from Target, Dollar Tree. I don't know. I'm sure we'll end up using real plates at some point on Thanksgiving, maybe for the actual dinner, but I'm sure we'll use these plates just throughout the weekend and stuff too. I've got my candlesticks here. I got this little gravy boat from the dollar section at Target recently. This is a Dollar Tree candle that totally looks like Anthropology or something. I've got my other candlesticks and I love it. It is so cozy in here when we have the candles lit and everything. I think I want to keep a tablecloth and this table set like all year round. I think that it is so cute. And then over here we've got just our stockings and Christmas tree. I think that it is so cozy. I did have to move some of the stuff off of here onto the table, like the candlesticks and stuff like that are usually in that corner. So looks a little bit different than when I initially decorated for Christmas, but I love it. Also, our tree topper fell off, so don't mind that, but I think it looks really sweet. I love our tree skirt. I've had this for a few years now, and then this year I feel like everyone is freaking talking about Ralph Lauren Christmas and all of that, so I feel like this is pretty on theme, but I've had it for years now. I love it. I feel like it's super classic, and yeah, it is just so nice to have this in here. It is so cozy. Moved this mirror into our bedroom for the Christmas tree, but don't mind the messy bedroom. It literally feels like we are busting out the seams of this 2-bedroom condo these days. We're trying our best over here, but I wanted to quickly show you guys my outfit before I eventually changed out of it. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning and then take a quick rinse before my appointment and put on a different outfit. I have not been able to wash my hair in 7 days just because of where the bandage, it's like literally right on my hairline. So I haven't been able to wash my hair, and if you guys know me, I ideally wash my hair pretty much every single day, maybe every other day at minimum. I'm a hair wash girl. That's all that I will say. So this has been kind of rough. I cannot wait to wash my hair, but one last hopefully rinse before I'm able to wash my hair later or tomorrow or something. But I'm wearing this little kind of cropped puffer vest. This is from Amazon. I really like it. I feel like it goes with athleisure and workout stuff. You can definitely dress it up a little bit with some jeans and a sweater. I've styled it a few different ways, but I will try and have this linked below. And then this is a matching little set. I've showed you guys this before. It's from The Loft. And then I've got my not Stan Smith's, Sambas. I always forget the name of these shoes, but I like the little sporty look of the day. But let's get to cleaning. I've literally just been scrolling and procrastinating, so let's get to it. I did end up changing, even though I didn't get everything that I wanted to done. I'm gonna have to mop and stuff later tonight, but here's another way that I like to style this vest. I'm wearing it with this Amazon sweater that I love. This is probably my most worn sweater. I don't really buy many new ones living here, so this has been a tried and true for years, and it's held up really well. I wear it all the time. I'm sure you guys have seen it. And then I've got my Free People overalls on. I just have them cuffed at the bottom with a pair of Uggs. I did throw my Uggs on. These are the mini ones, which I love. Not the ultra mini, to be honest. I don't love those as much. I feel like the mini is the perfect height, and I love any chance that I get to wear my Uggs. And yeah, I love a good sweater either layered under, like I'm wearing it, or even over a pair of overalls. I love it. Might be a little warm for the vest, but for now I am going to keep it on. But let's head to my appointment. I am gonna need to take my headband off, but I'm hoping for good news and that this has healed well over the past week and that things are just looking good and we're on the up. It feels obviously a lot better and stuff. I haven't seen under the bandage in a week, so we will see, but I'm excited to get these out. I will give you guys a little update later, but let's go. Stitches are out. I'm currently getting gas at the moment, but I don't want to get too close and scare you guys, but got the battle wound up there. I'm still feeling kind of tender and tight mostly up in this area. It literally feels like I got Botox. Free okay, free is actually so far from the truth. Obviously surgery was not free, but I'm like literally trying to raise my eyebrows right now and I can't, so we will see how long that sticks around. But I am very happy with the results and stuff so far. A lot of what you can still see here is mostly just scabbing and stuff, and that'll go away once I can, or once I wash my hair a few times and stuff like that. I am so excited to wash my hair. I want to sit down. I'm thinking I'm going to do it when I get home and just kind of chat through the surgery and stuff. Most people would probably wait until they wash their hair and are clean and fresh, but we will see. I kind of want to just sit down and chat with you guys while it's still fresh, but let's head home. Very happy that things are looking good. I am back from my appointment. Stitches are out. Things are looking good. Well, technically I still have some stitches that are below the surface that'll dissolve or do whatever they do in the next 2 to 6 months, but things are looking good, and I kind of want to give you a little rundown of what's been going on for the past few weeks. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a full sit down video on my Mohs surgery experience and the dermatologist and the surgeon that I saw, and just kind of getting that diagnosis in my 20s and just the whole experience. If anybody finds themselves in a similar situation, I feel like it could be helpful, but I'm gonna give you guys the brief version now. So basically back in September, I had a dermatologist appointment booked, and I really just booked it because I'm in my late 20s. I live in South Florida, and I decided that I felt that I should go. There was a spot that I wanted to get checked out, but I really wasn't concerned about it, but it kind of helped give me a reason to book the appointment and everything like that. So funny enough, back in September when we were on my birthday trip to Cincinnati, I took this selfie, and I was taking it because my hair, like the flyaways, looked totally ridiculous and I thought it was funny. So I took a picture, and that is like the one photo that you can really see the spot on my head. I will insert like the zoomed in version of that photo so that you can see the spot that I'm talking about, but it kind of just looked like a freckle or a raised like pimple mole like type situation. It was the same color as my skin and it didn't hurt or itch or literally anything at all. But I went to the appointment and I pointed it out to her, and she was like, yeah, like don't feel great about that, like let's biopsy it. So she scraped it off or did whatever, zapped it off that day, sent it off to be biopsied, and about a week later she called and told me that it was basal cell carcinoma, which is a form of skin cancer. She honestly made me feel really good about it. She basically was like, this is more annoying than it is dangerous or harmful in any way. She basically was just like, I recommend getting it taken care of. It's not going to turn into melanoma. It has a very, very, very small chance of spreading or anything like that. But basically, if I didn't get it taken care of, it was going to come back after she zapped it off and most likely was just going to get bigger. So since this was like the first time that anything like this had happened, I decided to just go and take care of it. So got it taken care of. My appointment was probably like mid to late September, and I got the surgery on November 4th. So it was about like 5 or 6 weeks later. She recommended that I do it like before Halloween-ish, but when I went to the surgeon, he just ended up booking it for that date. Obviously, they have like other surgeries and stuff scheduled, and you can't always get in super quickly. So that was the date that it ended up being, which was last week, like a week ago today. And honestly, it was a really great experience getting it off and stuff. It was definitely painful. Like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were like the worst days, and by Friday of last week I was feeling so much better. And then basically Saturday, Sunday, Monday I was feeling pretty much fine. I had a bandage on it, and basically I was supposed to keep that bandage on and dry the entire time if possible, which I was able to do, and I got it taken off today. Sorry, my phone is like vibrating over here and it's so distracting. But yeah, it honestly, this week felt really long, but in the grand scheme of things, it obviously was not. And my experience with the dermatologist and surgeon and everything has been nothing but really great. I am still a little bit just like tender and, like I said, mostly tight, which they told me was very normal. They said that I have a youthful skin, and they basically were like, because your skin's youthful, there's going to be more like stretching and pulling and stuff, which is definitely what I've been feeling the most. And like I said, the pain was the worst in the first few days, but that's also to be expected. I had stitches literally on my forehead, so it really felt like I just had kind of like a raging headache, honestly, for like the first few days. They do give you pain meds and different things to handle it. I did swell a bit, like my forehead and stuff was pretty swollen, and I was very glad that I didn't bruise. Apparently it's common to bruise with this surgery if it's done on your forehead or your nose, like bruising like you would if you got a nose job or something like that. So I was a little nervous about that, but I didn't end up bruising. It was just swollen. And other than that, the recovery was pretty good, I would say. But really all of this is to say that get your skin checked, go to the dermatologist. I have no idea really when this damage was done. Honestly, it obviously could have been while I've been living in Florida. I've been in Florida now since 2019, but I feel like these past like 3 to 5 years is when I've been the best about wearing sunscreen and really caring about my skin. So I kind of want to say that the damage was done years ago when I was a little more young, a little more dumb, and just like wanted to be tan, but I really don't know. because also just where it was on my head. I am so good about wearing my Ulta MD sunscreen. I literally recommend it to everybody. I love it and wear it pretty much every single day. But also I wear a hat when I tan almost every single time. So I was just so surprised that it ended up being in that area. I would have been a lot less surprised if it was somewhere else. I still am really good about sunscreen on the rest of my body. I feel like I haven't gotten a real sunburn in a while, but I feel like you guys would even see it in my videos. I wear this camo UD hat pretty much every time that I tan. So very interesting, but the damage could be done at any time and spots like this could show up years later and everything. So that was a little kind of brief recap of my experience. I am very happy to say that I think that this is going to heal really, really well, and you're not going to be able to tell. It's also like a good spot for something like this to happen, just because it is so close to my hairline and stuff. So I feel like it really will be covered for the most part. But go to the dermatologist, get your skin checked. You are never too safe. And I'm glad that I went. I'm glad that I caught it as early as I did and had a good experience. But yeah, it definitely made some family members and people that I told go get checked as well. But yeah, that is kind of what's been going on for the past little bit. Like I said, it hasn't been too bad. I feel very lucky to have had a good experience with all of this. But anyway, I think I may, actually I was gonna say I need to hop in the shower and wash my hair, which I do. I'm literally so excited. I think this is going to be the best feeling shower that I've had in a while, but I do need to mop. So I'm gonna mop and do that just because I know I'm probably gonna get a little gross doing that and sweaty maybe, because I'm gonna try and rush to do it pretty quickly. But then I'm going to shower. I might have a little celebratory glass of wine or something tonight. I asked them if I was like able to have a drink or work out, and they basically said that like nothing is off limits, just kind of see how you feel and things like that. I'm definitely not gonna go crazy with like workouts, but for the past week I haven't even been able to walk as a form of exercise or anything like that. I really wasn't supposed to sweat or raise my heart rate or anything, so I'm excited to slowly start getting back into things. But yeah, I think I'm gonna celebrate with a glass of red wine tonight, which I am excited about. If you haven't been keeping up with the videos, my husband and I did Sober October. Technically, I have only had technically two drinks. I've drank one time and I had 2 glasses of wine since September 29th, I think. We had a glass or 2 of wine on November 1st because October was over and it was right before my surgery, and we were like, it's a Saturday night, let's just have a little glass before your surgery and kind of, I don't know, like cheers to things going well. So we did that, and now it's been like a week or so. So I think I'm due and I'm excited for that. But anyway, I told you guys this was gonna be a chatty vlog. Not sure I've ever deserved a glass of wine more.